so we're going to look at Harvard referencing. So Harvard referencing is a style of referencing, and it's a way of showing where you get your information from. Most of your ideas aren't new, so you would have got them from somewhere else. So whenever you're required to reference something, in science we use Harvard referencing. It's made up of two parts. There's a part that's called the in-text part, and it's made up of the author and the date in brackets. The author and date are separated by a comma. And then at the end you have a reference list. You might have used to have called it a bibliography, but in Harvard referencing we call it a reference list. And this is made up of a whole heap of information: the author, the date, the title of the work, the source, and when you accessed it if it's a website. There are variations on this depending on what you're looking at, but we're just going to assume you're going to look at websites. If you need help for referencing books, let me know. So we're going to start by writing some text. So I'm going to write a sentence and then I'm going to reference it. And my sentence is going to be about cabbage. So let's find some information about cabbage. The nice place to start is Wikipedia. Now, you don't use Wikipedia for all your sources, but it's okay to start with Wikipedia. So it says here cabbage or headed cabbage comprising several cultivars of Brassica oleracea. It's leafy green, red or white biennial plant. So let's turn that into something nice and easy. I'm not just copying and pasting, I'm going to put it into my own words. So cabbage is a leafy plant grown as a vegetable crop for its dense-leaved heads. Okay, so we're taking words out of there. So in my text, cabbage, say, is usually a green leafy vegetable grown for its dense leafy heads. Now, I got that idea from somewhere. So I put a full stop at the end of the sentence, but I need to put my reference in before there. So I'm going to start with a bracket, and to make it easy, I'm going to type in author and date. And now I can replace this. So who's my author? Well, a Wikipedia page will have thousands of authors. So in this case, we're just going to credit the overall owner of the website. So in this case, it's going to be Wikimedia Foundation, or you could just say Wikipedia. So my author is going to be Wikipedia. Now, date. Date is the date of publication. To find the date, you need to go down towards the bottom of a website, and often it will have when it was last edited. So in this case, it was last edited on the 10th of October 2019, so you just put the year, so 2019. Now, occasionally you won't be able to find a date. If you can't find a date, all you do is you type n.d. or just n.d. That stands for no date. So if you can't find a date, you can put no date. But I found 2019, so I'm going to leave it as 2019. Now the tricky bit, we need to make an entry for the reference list. To do that, we're going to use a reference list generator, and we're going to use one that we can get from Daymap. So you need to go to Daymap. So you're on the front page of Daymap. If you can't get here, you click on Course Hub. You scroll down through these links on the side, and you'll see one that says Harvard Referencing Generator. If you click that, it will open up to the Harvard Referencing Generator. Now, for you guys, you're in middle school, so we're going to click on Middle School Bibliography and click Let's Begin. Now, there's a whole heap of different sources that you could use. We've got encyclopedias, we've got books, we've got magazines. Often, though, you'll be using websites, and then you can decide what you're going to use down here. So, Wikipedia is going to be web page organization. So, the organization that runs it is Wikipedia. So, we're going to be using this one to help us. If you can find authors, you use web page with author. If you can't, you can use web page without author. There's YouTube. There's lots of options here. So we're going to start with this one, web page organization. So now we just need to fill in these spaces, and it will make our citation for us. It will make our entry for the reference list. So it says name of organization, so in this case it's Wikipedia. Title of the web page, so you need to go to the web page that you're using. So at the top here, the title is cabbage. So I'm going to type in cabbage as the title of the web page. There's no place here. URL, this is the link that you're going to use. You get that from the top. So you copy that, and then you can paste it where it says URL. Year of posting, so we had look down here, down the bottom it said 2019. So 2019. Sponsoring body, that's not really important, and date viewed, well that was today. The reason why the date viewed is important is because websites can change over time. So if you give me a date and then the website looks different, when I look at it to check that you referenced it correctly, I can see that there's been a change in the date, so that might be why. You then click Create Citation, and it should pop up with a little box. In that box, it's made the reference for you. So then you just need to copy that and then paste it in. So here I'll put it in my reference list underneath here. Now, the problem with this referencing generator is it makes an error. You should have a comma between each of the entries. So in this case, there should be a comma after Wikipedia. So that wasn't there, so you need to put that in. There should also be a full stop at the end, and this one's done that. Now with your reference list, you need to make sure it's in alphabetical order. So Wikipedia is going to be towards the end. Now I'm going to do an example with an author so that we can see how that changes the reference a little bit. So I found this recipe for Parmesan garlic cabbage, but I should be able to find an author for this because somebody wrote it. So I'm just going to scroll down until I find the author. So down here it says, here's the author, Nagi Maheshi. So we're going to use that as our author now. So I'm going to go back to my referencing generator and I'm going to choose website with author. So here I am, I'm going website with author, web page with author. Okay, author's family name. So I need to go back. So the family name, I'm just going to copy. So copy, paste. Now, initials. So you just use the first initials. In this case, it's going to be N. Okay. Now, last update. We're going to go scroll down the bottom, see if we can find when it was last updated. We can't find when it was updated, but we do have a copyright. So we're going to use that copyright. So it was 2019. Title of web page. So we'll go back. Title, Parmesan garlic cabbage. So paste that. Sponsoring body. Now in this case, it's being hosted by a particular website. It's called Real House Moms. So I'm going to put that in as my sponsoring body. So Real House Moms. Date viewed, and I need to put the URL in. Copy and paste. And I'm going to create my citation. So here we go. So again, I'm going to put that into my Word document. Now, N comes before W, so I'm going to paste that here. And again, I need to put a comma in after the N. So I'm separating my author from my date. Now, in terms of putting that in text, if I go down here, I'll use that person's work and write a sentence. So it says, Parmesan garlic cabbage is a fabulous way to turn cabbage into a side dish, so tasty that even cabbage haters will scarf this down. So I'm going to say, Parmesan garlic cabbage is a delicious side dish. So Parmesan garlic cabbage can be a delicious side dish. So now I need to give my reference. So we have up here Maheshi N. So I'm just going to say the surname in the in-text reference. So it's just the surname. So I'm going to copy that. And then you put in the date. So in this case it's 2019. Close bracket. Okay, so I've got my in-text reference. So I've got my sentence that I used, where I got the information from is shown in the reference, and then at the end I have my reference list. So now you know Harvard referencing. You need to use this for all your assignments in the future. Have fun!